Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Smart Learning Pod. We are truly happy that you are spending your valuable time with us today. If you are someone who wants to speak English confidently, naturally, and fluently, then today's episode is going to help you a lot. Many English learners around the world understand English grammar, know many vocabulary words, and can even read English books or watch English videos. But when it comes to speaking, they suddenly become nervous, confused, or silent. Does this happen to you too? If yes, don't worry because you are not alone. I'm Jessica, and with me is my friend Mark.
Thank you, Jessica, and hello, everyone. That's absolutely true, Jessica. Speaking English is one of the biggest challenges for language learners. Some students are afraid of making mistakes. Some don't have speaking partners. Others feel shy when they try to speak in front of people. And many learners simply don't know how to practice speaking in the right way. But the good news is this: English speaking is a skill, and every skill can improve with practice.
Exactly. Think about it like learning to drive a car or learning how to swim. At first, it feels difficult and uncomfortable. But little by little, with daily practice and patience, it becomes easier. English speaking works the same way. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know every grammar rule. What you really need is confidence, consistency, and smart practice.
In today's episode, we are going to have a detailed English conversation practice about improving speaking skills. We will talk about confidence, pronunciation, vocabulary, listening habits, daily speaking exercises, common mistakes, real-life communication, and many other important topics. This conversation is designed especially for English learners who want to improve their fluency naturally.
Mark, why do you think speaking English is difficult for many learners?
There are many reasons. One major reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. They think people will laugh at them if they pronounce something incorrectly or use wrong grammar. Because of this fear, they stop speaking before they even start.
Yes, fear is a big problem. I remember when I started learning another language, I was nervous every time I spoke. Even simple sentences felt difficult because I was always thinking too much.
That's another important point. Many learners think too much before speaking. They try to create perfect sentences in their minds. But fluent speakers usually don't think about every grammar rule while talking. They speak naturally.
Exactly. Speaking is not only about grammar, it's about communication. If people understand your message, that means your speaking is working.
Absolutely. Another reason is lack of practice. Some learners study English for years, but they mainly focus on reading and grammar exercises. They rarely practice real speaking.
That's true. You cannot become a good speaker only by reading books. Speaking improves when you actually speak.
Yes. Imagine someone who watches football every day but never plays football. Will that person become a great player?
Probably not.
Exactly. Watching helps, but practice is necessary.
How important is daily speaking practice?
It is extremely important. Even 10 or 15 minutes of speaking practice every day can make a huge difference over time.
Some learners think they need many hours every day.
Long study hours are helpful, but consistency is more important. Practicing a little every day is better than studying once a week for 5 hours.
That makes sense. Daily practice helps the brain become familiar with English.
Exactly. Your brain starts recognizing patterns, vocabulary, and sentence structures naturally.
What are some easy daily speaking exercises learners can do?
There are many simple exercises. For example, speak to yourself in English. Describe your daily activities. Read aloud. Repeat sentences from videos. Record your voice. Practice shadowing. Talk with online language partners.
I think speaking to yourself is very useful.
Definitely. Many people think it's strange, but it's actually one of the best exercises.
For example, someone can say, I am making tea. I am cleaning my room. I will study English tonight.
Exactly. These simple habits train your brain to think in English.
Many learners translate from their native language into English. Is that a problem?
Yes, sometimes it slows down speaking. Translation takes extra time. Fluent speakers usually think directly in English.
How can learners start thinking in English?
Start with simple thoughts. For example, when you wake up, think, today is going to be busy. I need to eat breakfast. I should practice English.
So learners should train their minds little by little.
Exactly. Don't force yourself to think complex thoughts immediately. Start small.
I think labeling objects can help too.
Yes, look around your room and say, chair, window, phone, laptop. Then make sentences. This chair is comfortable. My phone battery is low.
That sounds simple but effective.
Simple methods are often the most powerful.
Confidence is very important in speaking English. How can learners become more confident?
First, they must accept that mistakes are normal.
Even native speakers make mistakes.
Exactly. Nobody speaks perfectly all the time.
Sometimes learners compare themselves to fluent speakers and feel discouraged.
That's a common mistake. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to your past self.
So learners should focus on progress, not perfection.
Absolutely. Every small improvement matters.
What else helps confidence?
Preparation helps a lot. If you prepare common topics in advance, you feel more comfortable speaking.
For example, introducing yourself, talking about hobbies, describing your city, discussing daily routines.
Exactly. Practice common conversations many times.
Pronunciation is another challenge for many learners.
Yes, but pronunciation improves with listening and repetition.
Some learners think they need a perfect accent.
A perfect accent is not necessary. Clear pronunciation is more important.
That's a very important point.
The goal is communication, not sounding exactly like a native speaker.
What are good ways to improve pronunciation?
Here are some effective methods. Listen carefully to native speakers. Repeat sentences aloud. Practice difficult sounds. Record your voice. Use shadowing techniques.
Can you explain shadowing?
Sure. Shadowing means listening to a speaker and immediately repeating what they say with the same rhythm and pronunciation.
Like copying their speaking style?
Exactly. It helps improve pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency.
Vocabulary is also important for speaking.
Yes, but learners should focus on useful vocabulary, not difficult words.
I agree. Knowing simple common words is often more useful than knowing rare advanced words.
Exactly. Daily conversation vocabulary is very important.
How can learners remember vocabulary better?
Use new words in sentences immediately. Don't just memorize lists.
For example, if someone learns the word excited, they can say, I am excited about learning English.
Perfect example.
I think repetition also matters.
Definitely. Repeating words many times helps long-term memory.
How does listening help speaking?
Listening is extremely important because it teaches your brain natural English patterns.
So better listening leads to better speaking.
Exactly. When you hear English regularly, your brain starts understanding pronunciation, sentence structure, and common expressions naturally.
What should learners listen to?
Podcasts, YouTube videos, interviews, movies, and audiobooks are all useful.
Should learners listen to difficult content?
Not too difficult. Choose material slightly above your level.
That helps learners understand while still learning new things.
Exactly.
Many learners don't have English-speaking friends. What should they do?
Today, there are many online opportunities. Learners can join speaking groups, language exchange apps, and online communities.
Technology makes practice easier than before.
Definitely. Some learners even practice through voice messages.
That sounds less stressful than live conversations.
Yes, because learners have time to think before replying.
What are some common speaking mistakes learners should avoid?
One mistake is trying to speak too fast.
Slow and clear speaking is better.
Exactly. Another mistake is focusing too much on grammar during conversation.
That can interrupt fluency.
Yes, communication should come first.
Any other mistakes?
Giving up too early. Language learning takes time.
Staying motivated can be difficult sometimes.
That's true. Progress is not always fast.
What helps learners stay motivated?
Setting small goals helps a lot.
For example, learning 5 new words daily, speaking English for 15 minutes, watching one English video every day.
Exactly. Small goals create steady progress.
Celebrating small achievements is important too.
Absolutely. Every improvement matters.
Let's do some practical speaking examples.
Great idea. Example 1. Introducing yourself.
Hello, my name is Jessica. I am from Canada. I enjoy reading books, learning languages, and creating educational content.
Nice to meet you, Jessica. My name is Mark. I love traveling, listening to podcasts, and helping students improve their English skills. Example 2. Talking about hobbies.
What do you usually do in your free time?
I enjoy watching documentaries and practicing photography. What about you?
I like reading novels and going for walks in the evening. Example 3. Talking about goals. What is your biggest goal right now?
My biggest goal is to improve my communication skills and become more confident in public speaking.
Thank you so much for joining us on Smart Learning Pod. We hope this detailed English-speaking practice conversation helped you feel more motivated and confident.
See you in the next episode.